What's up, sports bettors? So, what we're going to be going through is just some early bets. A lot of times the early opportunity is going to be when lines first come out. So, I'm going to be sharing with you a few of the picks. I've already locked in a lot of them. So, we got some action on already with college football. There will be some more videos coming out. Also, hopefully, since we started tracking our profit and loss, or I did, for just full length, bets or full stream YouTubes, we're up 11K. So that's been pretty good. And what we're going to go through is kind of early bets for week 4, I guess, of college football, which is a little sad to say at this point. But let me share my screen and let's talk about some of these plays that we have on as we look for some value. So what we can do is just kind of start out on the OddsJam Positive EV page. We'll also talk a little bit about Sunday Night Football. So a couple plays you can go with. I already had open for Sunday Night Football. Noah Brown under 3.5 receptions. Well, I guess this is for Monday Night Football. And then I also Russell Wilson on Underdog Fantasy looks pretty great in a 3-pick or a 5-pick power play at minus 122. If you're looking for a player prop for tonight, Broncos 49ers, Williams over 3.5 receptions at plus 132 on FanDuel. You have a 2.25% profit margin on that play. So seems pretty good. You're getting a fourth of the return of the stock market in one bet that's going to settle. And, this game starting in 50 minutes. So that's not particularly bad. So overall, there's some plays out there for tonight. Jimmy G under 1.5 passing TDs. He hasn't started maybe like that for tonight. Hard not to like that. Jimmy G under 1.5 passing TDs. But anyways, we can also get into some of these plays for tomorrow. So first bet we can look at is under 59 points, kind of in Toledo versus Central Michigan. So some value at minus 110 on WinBet, week 5 of college football. But what we can kind of also take a look at is just these NFL ones that I meant to show you from earlier. So here's the first one. Oh my God. Under 46.5 in Panthers Cardinals, right? Every sports book has the line set at over under 45. On WinBet, we can get under 46.5 at minus 110, which is a 1.5 off from the rest of the market. I mean, absolutely ridiculous. Both of these teams are horrible too. I mean, horrible. So what we can do is we can lock this bet in for the max. So I'm not going to add it to my sheet. Again, this is just for full-length YouTube videos, so I'm not going to remember all the bets I place on this live stream. So max bet $1,100. Let's hammer that. Locked in that bet. We had a pretty successful week overall. Over 19.5 for the Jags. I mean, freaking had 38 points. Should have doubled down. TCU minus 1.5, under 48 in the Commanders game. This parlay cashed. 5K win. Commanders plus 6.5 lost. Over 20.5. Team total for the Patriots. Wyoming, BYU over 49.5. I mean, overall, we had a fantastic weekend, up to 81K in the WinBet balance. Arkansas plus 2.5 was an absolute banger. Lost by only 2. So overall, pretty successful weekend. So hopefully we can keep it going. Notre Dame plus 125, San Diego State plus 3. Degenerate betting, all with an edge though. So we always know we're going to make money in the long run. But this bet, I mean, as a sharp bettor, you're always looking for value. And when you're able to get a 1.5 off, right, when every sports book is setting the line at 45 and you can get under 46.5, I mean, it's just ridiculous value, right? The way to be a sharp bettor, make money, do this full time for a living, is you treat every book like an independent data point of what the line should be set at, right? So PointsBet has this minus 130. Pinnacle is the sharpest sports book in the world, so you put the most weight in their odds. They're pricing this at minus 147. Resorts World Bet has this at minus 130. right? We're getting this minus 110. So 20 cents of improvement from PointsBet and Resorts World, 37 cents of improvement from the sharpest sportsbook in the world. Yeah, I mean, the value's pretty freaking clear. So we say this all the time, but it's pretty well known in sports betting. When you're betting at minus 110 juice, you have to win 52.4% of your bets to break even, right? So what the pros will win at a clip at is 55%, right? That's kind of what they aim for. The sharps, the pros, people who do this full time for a living, the same people who don't want this information shared with you, right? They're winning on spreads and totals. They don't win every bet, right? Like, it's not about winning every bet. It's about winning in the long run and having an edge. And all you have to do is win 55% of the time. So being able to find those soft spots on sports books, like where you're getting under 46.5 and every other sports book has the line set at 45, is pretty fantastic. So you can see there's a lot of bets out there. Next one we can look at is Bucks Chiefs, right? This is another spot. WinBet, 1.5 off from the rest of the market. Absolute hammer once again on the under for under 49.5 points. Bucks Chiefs, neither offense put up points. Hard not to like this play. So this is a play we absolutely want to max as well. So what we can do is they're going to allow only a max of 1,100. So we'll go ahead and we'll lock it in. So the bets I've already currently hit going into week 4 of the NFL. So now under 49, Chiefs, Bucks. And this is just on one sports book. Under 46.5, Cardinals, Panthers. Jets money line plus 180. Really good value. 3-team parlay, Saints money line, Colts -3, Bills -160. All positive EV bets. Minnesota -9, college football, 2-leg positive EV parlay, over 39, San Diego State, Boise State. So not particularly bad. Let's see what else is out there that we may like. We'll hit refresh. Got to refill my drink here in a sec. So, what OddsJam does is it just like takes all the odds in the market and tries to show you interesting bets you should look at, right? And clearly the interesting bets you should look at are where the sports betting market is 1.5 off from the rest of the market, where one sports book is 1.5 off from the rest of the market. That's exactly what we want as a sports bettor, right? We want to see these soft spots on the sports books where we're getting value. So let's see what else. Colts -3. I really like this play. I had it in my parlay. So, you can play sharp parlays. It's just about, here we have a tennis play. Monday, 5 a.m. So could go with that. Noah Brown, Javonte Williams. What else do we got? Let's see if there's anything new out here. Colts money line still looks good on WinBet. There's some soft spots, that's for sure. You got Muhammad in possibly the best UFC night ever. We have Charles Oliveira, Islam Makhachev, Bilal Muhammad, Piotr Yan. I mean, everybody is fighting on October 22nd. Like, this is a day you want to have some bets on, or a game you want to have some bets on. So let's refresh. Let's see if anything else is out there. Otherwise, don't need to beat the dead horse if we already locked in enough of the good bets. So Jimmy G, if you have PointsBet, over 1.5 passing TDs, or Jimmy G under 1.5 on Caesars. There's an arbitrage bet. It looks like the under has some good value on Caesars. Let's check out this one. This one's pretty interesting. So you got some big line discrepancies in where the total should be set at in Texans Chargers. So DraftKings and WinBet say, hey, it should be at 45. Caesars has it at 45.5. Pinnacle kind of has their main line at 47. PointsBet's at 46. So some discrepancies here. Maybe we hold off for now until there's a little more synchronization in where the line possibly should be set. You got Ohio +8. check this out. I think I skipped it earlier. But maybe we lock it in now. So where's DraftKings? So yeah, I mean, this looks great, right? Like DraftKings, every book is kind of in line at the -6.5. Pinnacle is the only one that's already offering these alternate spreads, so kind of for the whole market. And you can see, like, sure, lines are juiced towards Kent State here, but like 6.5 to 8, like that's such a key number, 7 in football. So being able to get Ohio +8, pretty ridiculous value, right? Even this points bet line doesn't look horrible. So, some good value in Ohio +8. So maybe we lock this in as well. So we got Ohio +8. And we'll hit this for, how much are they going to give me? Well, they'll take 2,500. Let's see if they take another 2,500 of the 78 we got. They're going to allow 800 more. So max of 3,300. So we'll add that in. And now we're already starting to get a pretty healthy mix of college football and NFL bets for next week. Data-oriented sports betting. Exactly the way the pros do it, the sharps do it. It's how you should probably be doing it. Under, looks like lines are already moving lower in Iowa, Michigan. So just following the data, following the line movements. I mean, it's so fun. It's so fascinating. It's really only possible because all these bookmakers have different odds. So this looks incredible. Denver Broncos +0.5 on the first half spread. Every bookmaker pricing that at -130. Let's log into DraftKings and let's see if we can lock that in. That's a very sharp bet that you can kind of get down. So we want to go to halves. And then we want to lock in this one. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll share this, see exactly what we got the action coming in on. So, this is just data-oriented sports betting, right? Like, you are following the line movements. Lines are moving back towards the Broncos. -110 on this play. Pinnacle has it -131 with only 15 cents of juice in their market. That seems pretty good. So we'll bet it for 250, right? Broncos first half on DraftKings for tonight for Sunday Night Football. I mean, that seems like pretty great value. So what else do we like? Michigan -9.5. Man, I feel like there are limitless plays out here when lines first start to be posted. I mean, really. So seems like pretty good value if you're a Michigan fan, getting them -9.5 against Iowa. I'm not sure. It's crazy to see these lines move around. 2.23% profit margin we have on our Broncos bet. So going to call it for now. James Madison -20. We had them this week, I believe. We did have them this week. That's not an I believe. So that's all I got. Locked in a few plays. Hopefully you guys were able to tail some of these bad boys. And let's make some money. Broncos +1.5 on the point spread. That looks pretty good. So let's make some money, guys.